Episode 1. One call. The phone rang sharply, almost aggressively, slicing through the silence of the bedroom like a knife through soft flesh. Alex opened his eyes. Darkness. Only the faint yellow light from a street lamp pierced through the curtains. He instinctively reached for the nightstand, not immediately realizing what had woken him. The phone. It vibrated, almost with anger, as if someone on the other end wasn't just calling. They were demanding that he pick up. The number was hidden. Alex hesitated for a moment, but then he answered. "Hello?" In response, silence. Just heavy breathing. He glanced at the clock. 3 a.m. "Who is this?" Alex sat up in bed, running a hand across his face. His throat was dry, and his heart began to beat faster. The silence stretched, but just as he was about to hang up, the voice came through, unexpectedly clear. "You don't have much time." The voice was calm, but there was a hint of predatory joy in it. Alex furrowed his brow. "What? Time's up." There was something in the way it was said that made him flinch. "Who the hell is this?" "You know." Those two words chilled him to the bone, because he really did know. His heart skipped a beat. "Is this some kind of joke?" Alex's voice cracked. "If it is, it's not funny. You can still fix this. But it's too late to run, and too early for death." The dial tone. The silence returned, but now it was different. Heavy, sticky. Alex lowered the phone, but his hands were shaking for some reason. "This is impossible. It's a mistake." He took a deep breath, trying to steady himself. Cold logic. Reason. Some idiot must be playing a stupid game with him. But when he turned his head towards the nightstand, something had changed. His gaze stopped on a white sheet of paper. He swore it hadn't been there. Alex slowly reached for it. Only one sentence, written in black ink. "You know what you've done." His throat tightened. He jumped up from the bed, turned on the light, and began scanning the apartment. Locks? In place. Windows? Closed. No one had come in. So how the hell did this paper end up here? He wiped his face with his hand. Adrenaline coursed through his body, making him think faster than usual. 3 a.m. The call. The note. Someone's playing a game with him. But the problem wasn't that. The problem was that he really did know what he had done. Episode 2. The past knocks on the door. Alex sat on the edge of the bed, staring at the note as if it might explode in his hands. "You know what you've done." Each letter seemed to press against his temples, squeezing his ribs. What if this isn't a joke? The only question that kept pounding in his head was, how did this paper end up in his apartment? He hadn't heard anyone. The locks were secure. The windows too. But if the note was here, it means... His body jerked at the sharp knock on the door. 1, 2, 3. Alex froze. 3 a.m. Who the hell could be knocking at this hour? His heart pounded in his chest. He stood up and, stepping slowly, like walking on thin ice, approached the door. "Who's there?" Silence. He leaned in closer, listening. Then something made his blood freeze. Someone was breathing, slowly, hoarsely, as if holding the receiver in a damp palm. Alex recoiled. "Hey, who are you?" His voice sounded alien to him. Silence. 3 more knocks. This time louder. Alex glanced around. His eyes fell on the kitchen knife. My God, what am I doing? His fingers tightened around the cold handle. He took a deep breath, jerked the latch, and yanked the door open. No one. The hallway was empty, but the air was heavy, as if something had been here, but had just disappeared. He carefully took a step forward, looking left, right. Empty. Then his gaze fell to the floor. On the ground, right in front of the threshold, lay another sheet. Alex slowly bent down and picked it up. The back was blank. Only one phrase written in the same black ink. "You can't escape." He felt something tighten inside of him. He slammed the door shut and locked it from the inside. This wasn't just a prank. This was a message. Alex threw the note on the table, grabbed his phone, and quickly dialed the number. Dial tone. Second. Third. "Come on, Ben, pick up." Dial tone. Damn it. He threw the phone on the couch and gritted his teeth. He needed a plan. No, he needed answers. And he knew there was only one person who could give them. Episode 3. Ben knows. Alex paced around the apartment like a cornered animal. His fingers gripped his hair, and dozens of questions swirled in his head. But there was no clear answer. You know what you've done. You can't escape. This wasn't a coincidence. Not a chance. And if someone decided to play games with him like this, it meant that person knew about. Alex exhaled and rubbed his face. His heart was pounding so loudly, it seemed to echo in the silence of the apartment. He needed to find someone who could explain what was going on, and fast. And if anyone knew anything, it was Ben. Ben Rivera. Old friend. Former partner. Former criminal. Alex hadn't seen him in years. And he didn't want to. The past should have been left where it belonged. In the grave. But now, that past was knocking on his door. The streetlight reflected in the puddles as Alex stopped by the dilapidated motel on the outskirts of town. Ben had always been a paranoid type, never staying in one place for more than a few months. But Alex knew where to find him. He quickly ascended to the second floor, cautiously surveying the dark corridor. The air was thick with the smell of cigarettes and mildew. Room 27. Alex raised his hand to knock, but the door swung open before he could. "I've been waiting for you, brother." Ben stood in the doorway, leaning against the frame. His face was gaunt, deep shadows under his eyes. He looked like someone who either hadn't slept in days or was hiding far too many skeletons. Alex stopped. "How did you know I'd come?" Ben only smiled crookedly. "Because I know they'll find you first." Alex clenched his fists. "What the hell are you talking about?" Ben stepped aside, inviting him in. "Come on, get inside. At least there are no street eyes here." Alex hesitated for a few more seconds before stepping over the threshold. The door closed behind him. The room was cramped and stuffy. Empty bottles, an old couch, a cracked lamp on the table. Ben gestured to a chair. "Sit. Talk." Alex remained standing, leaning against the wall. Ben stared at him, his dark eyes gleaming like a jackal's. "They're already after you, brother." "Who are they?" "The ones you owe an answer to." Alex frowned. "Is this about that job, Ben? About that incident?" "It's been years." Ben snorted. "Some things don't get old. Some debts don't burn away." Alex felt a chill in his chest. You're saying it like you're scared. Ben tensed for a second. I stopped being scared a long time ago, he said quietly, leaning forward. But I know it's better not to play games with people like that. Alex was silent. They were pushing him towards something he didn't fully understand yet. I got a call last night, he finally said. They said, I know what you've done. Ben nodded, as if it didn't surprise him. And do you? Alex gritted his teeth. I don't know. Ben stared at him with a long gaze. Then you'll remember soon enough. The silence stretched between them, tense as a taut string. Alex lifted his head. Listen, Ben, if you know anything, tell me now, because I don't like these games. Ben exhaled, leaned back in the chair, and grabbed the bottle of whiskey. Listen to me, friend. You have two choices. Either you start running right now or... He took a sip and licked his lips. Get ready to die. Alex didn't blink. His skin was coated with cold sweat. Will you help me? Ben was silent for a long time, then finally said, You're too late to run, brother. But it's too early to die. Alex clenched his fists. He still didn't know exactly what was going on. But now, he understood that time was running out. Episode 4. You're already inside the trap. Alex stood in Ben's dark room, feeling the air close in around him. Too late to run, but too early to die. Ben said it, as if it were already a verdict. But Alex wasn't ready to accept it. I'm not planning to run or die, he said coldly. Ben snorted and took another sip of whiskey. Oh, brother, you're not choosing anymore. He leaned back in his chair and looked at Alex with tired eyes. Come on, tell me. What's the last thing you remember from that night? Alex shuddered. That night. The headlights illuminated the wet asphalt. His hands on the steering wheel were sticky. From sweat? Or something else? From behind, a voice, muffled as if coming through thick water. Faster, before they find us. Whose voice? Why was it so frantic? And then, the sound of a crash. A dull, heavy thud. The kind that makes your heart stop. Something hit the ground. Someone. Alex sharply inhaled, returning to the present. Ben was watching him closely. What? Alex's voice was hoarse. Did you remember something? Alex clenched his jaw. I don't know. I can only see pieces. Ben shook his head. Damn, brother. If you really forgot, they'll erase you. Alex clenched his fists. Who are they? Ben gave him a long look. You're not ready for that answer. Alex lost his patience. Damn it, Ben, tell me. Ben sighed and reached for a drawer in the table. Okay, look at this. He pulled out a yellowed envelope and threw it onto the table. Alex grabbed it. The envelope had no address, only his name written in handwriting he didn't recognize. He opened it and pulled out a photograph. His heart did a flip. The photo showed a night road, lit only by headlights. In the middle of the road, a body. A person lying on their back. Closed eyes. The chest covered in dark stains. Blood? Alex felt his stomach tighten. He knew this road. And he knew this person. He threw the photo away as if it could burn him. Is this some kind of bad joke? Ben silently pulled out another photo. This time, a close-up of a face. And here, Alex felt the blood drain from his skin. Because it was his face. His own gaze, frozen in the photograph, but filled with terror. He threw the photo even farther, his hands trembling. What the? Ben silently watched. This happened that night. Alex shook his head. I didn't do this. Oh, brother, you don't even remember. This isn't true. This is a fact. Alex covered his face with his hands. What's happening? If this photo isn't a lie, then did he kill someone? Or is someone trying to make him believe he did? Ben handed him a third item. A note almost identical to the one he'd found in his apartment. But this one said something different. We don't forgive. We don't forget. Time is running out. Alex felt panic grip him. This is someone setting me up. Or maybe not. This is a joke. Ben sharply raised his head and fixed him with a burning gaze. Brother, if this were a joke, you wouldn't be here. You'd already be rotting in a ditch. Alex was silent. His mind was trying to piece together the puzzle. But the picture wasn't coming together. Who was this person? What happened that night? And most importantly, who's behind this? Ben stood up and moved closer. Alex, if you really don't remember, you need to find a way to recall. Alex looked up at him. How? Ben gave a grim smile. There's one person. She can help you dig up the past. Who? Ben took a cigarette, lit it, and blew smoke toward the ceiling. Her name's Emily. Alex frowned. I don't know her. Of course you don't. But she knows you. He handed him a piece of paper with a phone number on it. Call her. Alex took the piece of paper, still unsure that this conversation would change everything. Episode 5. The Woman Who Knows Everything. Alex twirled the small piece of paper with the phone number between his fingers. It was a crumpled little scrap, but it felt as though it carried his sentence written on it. His heart pounded. To call or not to call? Ben silently watched, taking a drag from his cigarette. You do realize there's no turning back now? Alex snorted. It's already gone. He pressed the call button. Hello. A woman's voice. Calm, yet with a hint of wariness. Is this Emily? Who is this? My name's Alex. A pause. You're late. Alex felt a shiver run down his spine. What? I was waiting for your call 2 weeks ago. Do we know each other? Once upon a time, you knew me better than anyone, Alex. His heart tightened. We need to meet. All right, 10 o'clock tonight. The entrance to Magnolia. What's Magnolia? If you haven't forgotten everything, you'll find it. The line went dead. Alex looked at Ben. She said she's been waiting for my call for 2 weeks. Ben exhaled smoke. Well, she's not the first one waiting for you. And probably not the last. Underscore. Alex found Magnolia without trouble. A cozy cafe with dim lighting. It smelled of cinnamon and something familiar, like a memory that couldn't quite form into a clear picture. At a table by the window sat she, Emily, a woman with dark hair, high cheekbones, and a cold stare. She held a cup of coffee with delicate fingers, but didn't drink it. She was staring directly at him. Hello, Alex. He slowly sat down across from her. Do we know each other? She smiled sadly. You're asking the wrong questions. Alex frowned. Then what's the right one? Emily leaned forward. Do you really want to know the truth? Yes. She paused, studying him. You once said the same thing. When? That night. Alex felt everything inside him snap. What did I say? Emily looked at him as if weighing how much to reveal. You said, I shouldn't have done this. Alex stared at her. What exactly? She shook her head. I don't know. Damn it. He slammed his fist on the table. People glanced over. Emily didn't flinch. But I know who can help you remember. Alex held his breath. Who? His name is Victor. Where can I find him? Emily looked uncertain for the first time. It's more complicated. Why? Because he's gone. Alex couldn't believe his ears. What do you mean gone? 2 weeks ago. Alex remembered that Emily had been waiting for his call 2 weeks ago. Damn. Something was supposed to have happened then. Is this connected? Emily looked at him as though she wanted to say, obviously. You're still asking? Alex ran his hands over his face. If he's gone, what do I do? I know someone who can lead you to him. Who? There's a man. His name's Marcus. But he's not the kind of guy who just hands out information. What does he want? A favor. Alex grimaced. I'm not in a position to do favors for anyone. Emily sighed. Well, brother, if you want to survive, you'll have to become a little more flexible. She grabbed a napkin and wrote down an address. Tomorrow at 8. Tell him I sent you. Alex took the napkin, feeling like everything was going too far. Emily. What? Why are you helping me? She looked at him for a long time, and then she said, because 2 weeks ago, you asked me to. He froze. What? Emily stood up. Alex, I don't know what you've done, but if you don't find Victor, someone will find you very soon. She tossed a couple of bills on the table and walked out of the cafe. Alex sat there, holding the napkin with the address. He hadn't even started the search yet, and already he was trapped in a snare. Episode 6. A Favor from Marcus. Alex stood in front of a dark building in the industrial district of the city. Why does everything important always happen in the most unpleasant places? A crumbling warehouse, windows taped shut, the smell of grease and old metal, like a scene from a movie where you either return alive or get found in the river. He glanced at his watch. 8 in the evening. The door opened before he even had a chance to knock. You're late? A voice called from inside. It was rough, but there was a hint of weariness in it. Alex stepped inside. Marcus turned out to be a man in his 50s, with short grayish hair and harsh facial features. His eyes looked cold, as if they had seen more than they ever wanted to. He was sitting behind an old wooden table, a bottle of whiskey in front of him. Who are you? Marcus asked, grimacing. Alex. I know that. The question is, who are you really? Alex clenched his jaw. I'm looking for Victor. Marcus smiled. Oh, my friend, now you're definitely in deep shit. Do you know where he is? Marcus poured himself some whiskey, taking his time to answer. Let's just say I know that you're not the only one looking for him. And those guys are a lot more serious than you. Alex swallowed hard. Who's looking for him? Marcus hummed. You're quick to ask interesting questions. He took a sip of whiskey and swirled the glass in his hand. Look, I've got information, but I'm not just going to hand it over like that. Alex knew this was coming. What do you need? Marcus leaned forward. There's a job. I knew it. Don't whine, Marcus interrupted. I'm not asking you to kill anyone. Alex nervously smiled. That's a relief. But it'll be dangerous. I'm listening. Marcus took a photo from his pocket and tossed it onto the table. The picture showed a woman, younger than Marcus, about 30, with black hair and a sharp gaze. This is Lauren. And what's with her? She's got something I need. What exactly? Marcus sighed. Let's not go into details. Let's just say it's a very important hard drive. Alex rubbed his temples. And what do you want me to do? She'll be at Greenlight, tonight at midnight. It's a nightclub. You just need to talk to her and convince her to hand over the drive. Alex looked at him skeptically. Just talk? Marcus laughed. Okay, you're not an idiot. No, it won't be that simple. Lauren's not the type to just give something away. Why can't you do it yourself? Because she hates me. Alex sighed. Great. Don't worry. You've got an advantage. What's that? Marcus leaned in closer. She knows you. Underscore Alex stood by the entrance of Greenlight. How the hell does she know me? With that question in mind, he stepped into the club. Loud music, flickering lights, people dancing in the dimness, the smell of alcohol and expensive perfume. He spotted her right away. Lauren. She was sitting in a private area, legs crossed, holding a glass of wine. But the worst part was that she saw him too. And she smiled. Alex felt a chill run down his spine. He slowly walked up. You finally decided to show up, Lauren said, looking at him with undisguised interest. Do we know each other? Lauren laughed. Oh, darling, if only you knew. Alex swallowed. We need to talk. Lauren leaned back in her chair. And about what? The hard drive. Her smile faded. Did Marcus send you? Yes. Lauren paused for a moment, evaluating him. Strange. Why? You know you already came for it, right? Alex felt his legs go weak. What? 2 weeks ago, Lauren said, stroking the leg of her glass. You came to me yourself and demanded that drive. And the most interesting part is that I gave it to you. Alex stopped breathing. What? Lauren leaned closer. Then tell me, darling, if I already gave you the drive, why are you back for it again? He couldn't answer. All he could think was one question. What the hell is happening to me? Episode 7, 2 Truths. What do you mean? Alex's voice was hoarse, as if he had just been punched in the solar plexus. You've been to me before, Lauren repeated, watching his reaction with interest. Alex slowly sat on the couch opposite her. His head was still buzzing. This can't be true. He would remember. He would know what happened 2 weeks ago. But the problem was, he didn't know. His memory had gaps. Holes that now seemed even bigger. Lauren took a sip of wine and smiled. You don't like this news, do you? Alex tried to compose himself. How did I come to you? Alone? Did you think I'd have an orchestra with me? She rolled her eyes. Yes, alone. And what did I say? Lauren leaned forward, her eyes shining in the dim light of the club. You looked not so good. In what way? Like you were scared as hell. Alex clenched his fists. And you just gave me the disc? Oh yes, of course. She smiled sarcastically. No, first I tortured you a bit with questions. And what did I say? Lauren put down her glass and looked at him seriously. That if you don't get the disc, you'll die. Alex felt a cold sweat run down his back. Did I say I would die? This made no sense. Absolutely none. What was on the disc? Lauren crossed her arms over her chest. Here's the problem. What problem? I don't know. Alex furrowed his brow. But you gave me the disc. I did. But I never looked at what was on it. Are you kidding me? Lauren shrugged. No. It was encrypted. And I wasn't going to break it. Alex pressed his fingers to his temples. What the hell is going on here? 2 weeks ago, he got the disc. But now it's not with him. And that only means one thing. Someone took it. Lauren, are you telling me that I took the disc and just left? Almost. Almost. Lauren tilted her head slightly, her eyes narrowing. You also said one strange thing before you left. What? She looked him straight in the eyes. This is not my body. Silence. The loud music from the club suddenly seemed muffled, like they were sitting in a vacuum. Alex could barely breathe. What? Lauren nodded. That's exactly what you said. His heart raced faster. This is not my body. Maybe I was drunk? He tried to smile, but it came out badly. Lauren didn't smile in response. You were sober, but you acted like... She paused. Like what? Like you weren't yourself anymore. Alex felt like he was about to explode. Everything he knew, everything he thought about himself, was falling apart right before his eyes. If Lauren wasn't lying, then something terrible had happened to him over the last 2 weeks. And he didn't even know what. Lauren, are you sure it was me? She paused for a moment. You looked exactly like you. But what? I don't know. Your energy was different. My what? It's hard to explain. It was like it was your body, but not you. His stomach tightened. This is not my body. What did he mean by that? What happened that night? And where the hell is that disc now? Lauren propped her chin on her hand and studied him carefully. You look like you're about to fall into a coma. Alex ran his hand over his face. It's just, damn, it's all wrong. Suddenly, Lauren smiled. You know what's the most interesting thing? What else? When you left that night, you told me one more thing. What? She leaned closer and whispered, Don't trust Marcus. Alex stared at her. His brain refused to process this. He himself told her not to trust the man who sent him here for information, because back then, he knew something he didn't know now. Something that could kill him. Lauren raised an eyebrow. So, sweetheart, what will you do now? Alex slowly got to his feet. I'm going to talk to Marcus. Oh, this will be interesting. Lauren chuckled. Alex looked at her again. Do you believe me? Lauren took another sip of wine. I only believe in one thing. There are always 2 truths. She raised her glass. And no one knows which one is the real one.